Another baseball spring training gem from the history books for you. Have you ever heard of the Limestone League? Well, it contains some big-name teams from the American and National Leagues, with two of them based here in French Lick.
It's the early 1940s. World War II is raging. President Roosevelt decided the country needed America's pastime, baseball, more than ever for the public good. But the government asked the ball teams to keep travel to a minimum so as not to clog the rails and roads while moving troops, munitions, and supplies across the country. So the team set up spring training bases close to home. And in 1943, the Limestone League was born in Indiana. Both the Cubs and White Sox came south from Chicago to French Lick. The Detroit Tigers in Evansville. The Cincinnati Reds were in Bloomington. The Pittsburgh Pirates in Muncie, and the Cleveland Indians in Lafayette. Imagine the excitement in the Springs Valley with both the Cubs and the White Sox in French Lick. Remember, West Baden was a Jesuit seminary at the time. Depending on the weather and our all-too-common spring floods, workout space could be limited. Part of the French Lick Hotel's lower golf course was turned into a ball field, and the teams often bickered over who had first dibs, which led to the posting of this sign by the Cubs. That spring training could also be suddenly cut quite short, as in the case of White Sox standout second baseman Don Callaway. Coming off a big season in '42, Uncle Sam came calling in the spring of '43. Callaway went from French Lick to the U.S. Army, where he would participate in the D-Day assault on Omaha Beach and earn a Bronze Star for heroism. Callaway's story was not that unusual for the time. At war's end, he returned to his old job at second base for the Sox. And by 1946, baseball went back to normal, leaving Indiana's Limestone League and French Lick to occupy a fascinating 3-year span in hardball lore.
This Associated Press clipping from back then quoted the Cubs traveling secretary Bob Lewis as saying, "I like the place so much I'm going to take my vacation there. The hotel's so big, the boys can get in shape by walking from the cigar stand to their rooms." Now, we should point out that the Cubs won the National League pennant after training here in '45. The last time that happened until 2016.